हे प्रभुरी ना दयाल हरे गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरे हे प्रभुरी ना दयाल हरे गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरे हे प्रभुरी ना दयाल हरे गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरे हे प्रभुरी ना दयाल हरे गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरे हे प्रभुरी ना दयाल हरे गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरे हे प्रभुरी ना दयाल हरे गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरे हे प्रभुरी ना दयाल हरे हे प्रभुरी ना दयाल हरे हे प्रभुरी ना दयाल हरे So now you can flip to page 49. Number 25, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3. Sakta karmaniya vidvanso Sakta karmaniya vidvanso Yatha kurvanti bharata Yatha kurvanti bharata Kuryat vidvans tatha saktash Kuryat vidvans tatha saktash Chikirshur loka sangraham Chikirshur loka sangraham Sakta karmaniya vidvanso Sakta karmaniya vidvanso Yatha kurvanti bharata Yatha kurvanti bharata Kuryat vidvans tatha saktash Kuryat vidvans tatha saktash Chikirshur loka sangraham चिकीर्षोर्लोकसङ्ग्रहम् So the first mantra is to Krishna in child form, right? And Krishna stands for the qualities of unconditional love and universal compassion. So oftentimes, and we see that with many situations that are going on now in the world, our compassion is selective, And so as yogis, we want to try to get to a place where our compassion is universal. It takes work to do that. It's not easy, right? And, also Govinda Gopal, right? It's when Krishna was a child in a cow herding village, and he was very mischievous and funny, actually. So it has this, it represents this sort of disarming nature of a child. Like sometimes when you're around a child and they can just so spontaneously react to something with an open heart or laughter, you're just like you're taken with it, right? And so this is a time where we're seeing a lot of children suffer really terribly, and we shouldn't become numb to that, right? And the shloka from the Bhagavad Gita talks about people who are wise are unattached to their actions. The people who are unwise are attached to their actions, right? So again, it may have to do with an intention that has to do maybe greed for power, greed for land, jealousy, actions that are motivated by fear or ignorance that cause attachment, desire, right? And so as yogis, we want to try to start not doing actions driven by these desires or these types of emotions. And we do take action, and we do the best that we can, and we learn how to do action where it's appropriate to take action, and not to take action when it's not appropriate to take action. But we're not attached to the result, because we know that so many things happen that influence a particular action or plan that we take. And the actions of the wise are motivated by wanting to benefit the world, and not just one's own pocket or just one's own family, right? That's what this shloka talks about. So first I want to thank you all very much for coming today. And as you may know, if you have read the description of the workshop, the proceeds of the workshop are going to an organization that I founded some years ago called Azahar Foundation. And our chief projects are in Cambodia and Rwanda. And we are bringing these teachings into areas that have suffered from a lot of conflict and genocide, right? And so it becomes a healing tool, but it also becomes a tool to offer career opportunities for young people so that they can become yoga teachers and make a living off of that. Yeah. And with Jiva Mukti, we've brokered a bunch of scholarships. So we've had about 19 scholarships and been able to give those to people from wide amount of countries: Colombia, Lebanon, Ivory Coast, Rwanda, Ukraine. We had 2 ladies going from Ukraine last year, and then several from Cambodia and 1 Syrian person. Right? So just to start, I want to show you a 10-minute video just so you get an impression of the work that we do and what the money is going towards that you're contributing today. So you can come closer if you like, or just stay where you are to look at the quick little movie. Austin, are you all on the page? So what is happening here now? The screen is not lighting up here. Okay, let me see if this will help. Okay, perfect. All right. So we're going to play the sound through here. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, go. Possible. What does it take to find peace? Can it be found? Can it be created? Can it vanish suddenly as wars sweeps in? What does it take? Peace starts within you. Peace is possible for our time, for all time, for us and for all. What kind of peace do we seek? We often think of peace as the absence of war, that if powerful countries would reduce their weapon arsenals, we could have peace. But if we look deeply into the weapons, we see our own minds, our own prejudices, fears, and ignorance. Even if we transport all the bombs to the moon, the roots of war and the roots of bombs are still there, in our hearts and minds, and sooner or later we will make new bombs. To work for peace is to uproot war from ourselves and from the hearts of men and women. I have a family of 4, and then my parents, they don't really stay together for so long after my mom gave birth to my brother because of my daddy. He's really addicted to alcohol, smoking, and gambling. So he finished everything. And after he finished house, land, where we used to live, just fight my mom almost every day. And then my mom was really sad, so they get separated. We had no house, and then my dad tried to find a job which can support our family. We could not find place to sleep, so we had to sleep on the street. That's 1988. We were working the government, which saw us, and then she asked my dad, why your kids stay around in this building? It's what happened to them. Why they don't go to school? And no accommodation which they can give your kid like education, free meal. This is where I start, and then I found yoga there too. Still now, when the rent comes, I feel really scared because like sleep on the street when the rent comes. I'm so scared because of the lightning under the sun. I feel like it's really fun for me because what I mean is really, I feel scared and I even know, so I remember that. And my kids, even my kids are really good because the hospital is my friend. And keep coming. The hospital and rent, that these 2 days, I think I really remember there. After completing my peace facilitation and yoga training, I gained more understanding of what is yoga to me and how I serve and learn from what I have learned. I have also
Here, where I lead the development, creation of these communication programs that contribute to personal and professional development of the students.
Why is peace so relevant today? War, genocide, and displacement are worldwide phenomena. The Cambodian genocide took place between 1975 and 1979, where at least 2 million civilians died, a quarter of the population at that time. The Rwandan Civil War and genocide occurred in 1994, and the death toll is around 1 million people who were killed during 100 days. Roughly 80% of the Tutsi population was exterminated. The escalation of conflict in Ukraine has caused civilian casualties and forced people to flee their homes, seeking safety, protection, and assistance. By September 2022, more than 12.5 million Ukrainians have fled their country since February 24th of 2022. Why must we act now? War and genocide have long-lasting consequences in survivors and societies. Unresolved trauma puts people at increased risk for mental health, where anxiety and traumatic stress are some of the short-term effects. This entails poor integration in society and difficulty cultivating healthy relationships. These cumulative effects generate increased levels of vulnerability, social exclusion, and lower levels of education and well-being. Socially excluded and vulnerable people are more likely to resort to violence. This creates a vicious intergenerational cycle of poverty and decreased social development. These are the consequences of not acting now. How is peace possible? As our foundation's peace framework transforms conflict and trauma to healing and resilience, we emphasize on the individual and on the collective. Our techniques are voice-oriented, breath-oriented, and movement-oriented. Our creative peace-building methods cultivate nonviolence, compassion, trust, solidarity, and intensify awareness of the natures and needs of all humanity. Our program-structured path provides a platform for our constituents to graduate from one tier to the next, so that they ultimately become leading peace facilitators and advocates within their communities.
It's not just about stretching, but it's about doing this together. It's about breathing together, it's about sharing together, it's about trying to feel better in the body and the mind together.
We envision a global society that addresses the effects of organized violence and embraces the power of creative peace-building practices to heal individuals, communities, and societies. The dream we are beginning to realize is that of a global peace village which unites humankind and amplifies local practices and actions that foster respect, understanding, nonviolence, and sharing. Become a peacemaker today. Peace is possible.
Okay, thank you for watching. Let me go turn the music on and off, and you can go back to your mats. And maybe you want to also distribute yourself a little bit better through the space, so we don't have these two rows. At some point we will go to the wall, but at the beginning... Wait. Started playing another video. Okay, sorry about that. So we're going to do some warming up first, right? You can come onto your abdomen, onto the mat. And just place your forehead to the floor. And then slide your forearms onto the floor so that your elbows are underneath your shoulders. The forearms are completely on the floor, but the elbows are underneath your shoulders. So you need to lift your chest to do that, right? So slide your forearms forward. Echo, lift your chest and then slide your forearms forward until your elbows are exactly underneath your shoulders. Now move the elbows in a little bit so that your elbows are not going wider than your shoulders. Look at your hands and make sure all fingers are spread out, in that you are the web between index finger and thumb, you're only at a 45-degree angle, and that area of your wrist is pressing down. Also try to roll the inner wrist down. Now tuck your toes and feel as if you had an arrow in each heel so that your legs are getting engaged and your knees lift off the floor. Echo, bring your feet closer together. They're very far apart. So hip width apart, good. Now on an inhale, pull the navel in and lift yourself up to a forearm plank. Yeah, good. Now keep your head lifted, lower your pelvis a little, Roma, yeah? Yes, okay, Sally, okay, good, everybody. Let's take 5 deep breaths here. Inhale, exhale 1, inhale, exhale 2, inhale, exhale 3, inhale, exhale 4, lift your head, Mary, inhale, and then exhale 5, coming down. Place one cheek to the floor and gently rock your pelvis from side to side. So what is important here, right? If you drop your head is very heavy, so that will make the asana much more difficult if you drop your head. Have your neck be an extension of your spine, right? So let's do this again. Place your forearms down. Elbows a little bit closer in than your shoulders. Tuck your toes under. Yeah, engage your legs. And now on an inhale, lifting up to a forearm plank. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. And exhale 5. Come down, place your other cheek to the floor and gently rock your pelvis from side to side. So you may have felt in this exercise how your tricep or the outside of your upper arm gets activated. And that is a very important muscle in yoga, and particularly if you're doing arm balances or inversions. Place your hands next to your chest with your fingertips in line with your nipples approximately. So this time your forearms become the pillars, right? Okay, now put your forehead down, roll the shoulders back and draw the inner elbows towards each other. Tuck your toes under, engage your legs, pull the navel in on an inhale, lift up to a plank pose. So same principle here. Your head should be lifted, so you're not making it heavy for yourself. Exhale, 1. Inhale, navel pulls in. Exhale, sacrum towards heels. Legs are strong. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Good. Inhale. Now exhale, push the pubic bone towards the tailbone and lift your sits bones up in the air into a downward facing dog. Try and keep your downward facing dog long here. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Inhale forward to a plank. Exhale, place your knees, chest and chin to the floor. Inhale, Bhujangasana Cobra, lifting your chest. And then exhale through bent knees, go back to a downward facing dog. Then inhale, coming forward to a plank, put your feet together. And exhale, bend the knees out to the right side, seat towards heels and look between the hands. Try to even the weight between both hands. Inhale, forward to plank. And then exhale, going to the other side. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin to the floor again. Inhale to Bhujangasana Cobra, and then exhale to a downward facing dog. Then inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here, and now exhale, place your forearms to the floor. Again, elbows no wider than shoulders. Then inhale, interlace your fingers in front of you. Good. And then exhale, walk your feet back about 4 inches. Yes? Back, not forward. Good. Now on an inhale, dolphin pose. So you come forward, reach your chin past your knuckles, and your navel is 2 inches off the floor. So your pelvis is lifted. Okay. And then exhale, go back. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, going back. Inhale, coming forward. Good, Aaron, yes. Exhale, going back. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, going back. Inhale, one more time. Forward. And then exhale, going back. Good. Now inhale, release your hands and place your forearms to the floor. And exhale, see if you can straighten both arms all at the same time and come back to a downward dog. Okay. Then inhale, take small baby steps forward until your feet are about a foot behind your hands. Now exhale, bend the knees, open your feet hip width apart and parallel, and press both hands into the floor, into 2 blocks. Then inhale, straighten your legs and your arms, and exhale, allow your head to hang. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Yeah, use blocks if your hands don't reach the floor. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Bend your knees, pull the navel in, and then on an inhale, begin to roll up through the spine. Make your shoulders and head heavy as you roll up. And then exhale, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, reach the arms alongside your ears without lifting up your shoulders. Then exhale, interlace your fingers and press your palms towards the ceiling without lifting your shoulders up. Inhale here. And then exhale, tilt to the left side, opening right side of body. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Make sure breath is deep. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, change the interlace. And again, press your palms up without lifting your shoulders. Then inhale, create more lift. And exhale, going to the right side. Inhale, lift your chin away from your chest. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, arms alongside the body. Inhale, take your hands up for Surya Namaskar. Exhale, folding down to Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Inhale, look up, prepare. Exhale, step or jump back to Chaturanga, push up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog, stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Bending your knees. Inhale, step or jump forward, look up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach arms up, gaze towards thumbs. And exhale, Tadasana. Inhale again, reach arms up, gaze towards thumbs. Exhale, folding down to Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen spine, look up. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog, stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Bending your knees. Inhale, step or jump forward, look up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze towards your thumbs. And exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, reach your prayer up to the sky. And then exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, look up. And then exhale, back to Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And then exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look between your hands. Inhale, step or jump forward, look up. And exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze towards your thumbs. And then exhale, Tadasana. Okay, take your blocks and place your blocks next to your feet on the lowest level, like what Sally has here. Yes, good. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing, going a little bit faster, and you're going to try to hop in between your hands, coming out of downward dog. And you will notice that the blocks give you more length to the arms, so it makes it a little bit easier to do that hop. If for some reason you cannot hop today, just step. It's fine, okay? Good. Now, on an exhale again, roll your shoulders back, round down through your feet. Then inhale, reach arms up, gaze to thumbs. Exhale, folding down, Uttanasana. Inhale, look up. Exhale, float back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend knees, hop forward, look up. Exhale, fold over straight legs. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze to thumbs. Exhale, folding down, Uttanasana. Inhale, look up. Exhale, Chaturanga. Keep your head lifted. Inhale, upward dog, better. Yes. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend knees, lightly hop between the hands. Try to make no sound. Exhale, fold over legs. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze to thumbs. One more time. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hop back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend knees, hop forward, look up. Exhale, folding over straight legs. Now inhale, bend your knees to Utkatasana. Exhale, palms down, then straighten your legs. You can put your blocks aside if you prefer. Inhale, look up. Exhale, back Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right foot to Virabhadrasana. 1, warrior 1. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down facing. Inhale, left foot to Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, down facing, stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, weight in your hands. Exhale, 2. Inhale, even weight in your feet. Exhale, 3. Inhale, legs engaged. Exhale, 4. Inhale, and exhale, 5. Bending knees. Inhale, step or jump forward, look up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, bending your knees, Utkatasana. And exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, one more time. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, feet together. Exhale, palms to floor, then straighten your legs. Inhale, look up. And exhale for a moment, float your feet off the ground, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale to downward facing. Inhale, right foot to Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing, and exhale, downward facing. Inhale, left foot to Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Try not to close your shoulders. Inhale. And then exhale, 5. Bending your knees. Inhale, step or jump forward, look up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, bending your knees, Utkatasana. And then exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, bending your knees, Utkatasana. Stay here. Exhale, sit low as if you were in a chair. Inhale, make sure your big toes are touching. Exhale, 1. Inhale, navel in, yes. Exhale, 2. Inhale, gaze past your thumbs. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, palms down, then straighten your legs. Inhale, look up, prepare. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, step right foot forward to Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Exhale, open arms, shoulders, hips, Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Now inhale slowly with the breath, straighten your right leg. And then exhale, reach forward and down to Trikonasana, triangle pose. Now inhale, grab a hold of your shin and place the web between index finger and thumb on the shin. The thumb is on the inside of the leg, this index finger on the outside of the leg. Good. Exhale, 1. Inhale, keep your bottom arm strong. Yes, exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On an inhale, lift up to stand. Look at your right knee. And exhale, bend the right knee as it directs over second and third toe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Strong back leg. Inhale. Yes. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Inhale slowly with the breath. Straighten your right leg. Exhale, bend right knee. Place right hand outside of your right foot. Inhale, reaching left arm over left ear. And then exhale, pull the left shoulder away from your ear. Inhale, press right knee and upper arm together. And exhale, strong back leg. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. So you want to feel this. Yeah. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Inhale, left hand down, stepping back to a plank. And then exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. And then exhale, opening to Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, slowly straighten the left leg. And then exhale, reaching forward and down to Trikonasana triangle. Inhale, make your bottom arm strong as if you were going to go into a handstand. Yes, exhale, 1. Inhale, so don't bend your elbows, Sally. Exhale, 2. Inhale on your bottom arm. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Inhale, lifting up to stand. Exhale, directing left knee over second and third toe. Come to warrior 2. Relax your toes. Yes, inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, knee over ankle. Move your back foot back a little. Exhale, 2. Inhale even more. Exhale, 3. Yeah, that's better. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Inhale, slowly straighten the left leg. And then exhale, bend the left knee and place left hand to outside of left foot. Yes, you may use a block. Inhale, reach right arm over your right ear. And then exhale, pull the right shoulder away from the ear. Inhale, pressing left knee against left upper arm. Try not to cramp up your shoulder here. Yeah, exhale, 1. Inhale, long, strong back foot. Exhale, 2. Inhale, can you breathe through the nose? Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, right hand down, stepping back to a plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale, step right foot between your hands. And exhale, extend your right leg slowly with the breath. Inhale, move the back foot forward a bit, square your hips. And exhale, as you press your left heel down, draw the chest over your right leg. Inhale, strong leg here. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now on an inhale, look up, lengthen the spine, and exhale, parallel the right foot with the left foot so you look towards the left long side of your mat. Right? Your feet parallel. Make sure that they're not turned out. They could even be slightly pigeon-toed. Then place your hands between your feet, fingers in line with toes. Now on an inhale, lift up to your fingertips, pull the navel in, open the chest and roll the shoulders back. Then exhale, press the palms down and see if you can keep that openness in the chest and draw the crown of the head towards the floor. If your head does not reach the floor, you can separate your feet more or you can place a block under your head. Yeah. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Good, Aaron. Yes. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, engage your quadriceps, Roma. Exhale, 5. Inhale, look up. And then exhale, pivot yourself forward to a low lunge. Frame your front foot with both hands. And then inhale, float up to a standing split. So your right leg straightens, the left leg floats up because you're pressing your hands down because your right leg straightens. Good. Then exhale, see if you can get your chest closer towards your leg. Inhale, if you can, pull the fingertips in line with your toes. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, even weight on both hands. Exhale, 5. Now on an inhale, look up. And exhale, step back into a low lunge. Inhale to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, step left foot forward. And then exhale, extending your left leg. Inhale, square your hips, lengthen the spine, look up. And exhale, draw the chest over your left leg. Your back heel is on the ground. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, parallel left foot with right foot, so you look to the right long side of your mat. Place your hands again between your feet, fingers in line with toes. On an inhale, pull the navel in, lift to the fingertips, open chest, lift your head. Now exhale again, press your palms down, elbows back, and draw the crown of the head to the floor. If your crown of the head is on the floor, on an inhale, pull the fingertips in line with your heels so you have a triangle between your hands and your head. If your head is not on the floor, you can hold your big toes with your peace fingers, bend the elbows out to the side, and get into a variation of Prasarita Padottanasana. If your head is on the ground and you've pulled your fingertips in line with your heels, you can, on an inhale, pull the navel to the front of the spine and then slowly float your feet off the ground, and through its straddle, come to a tripod headstand. Exhale, 1. That's it, Echo. Yeah, inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. This is straight, yeah? Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, flex the feet, draw your legs into a straddle again, and then place your feet down. Now, everyone who is down, on an inhale, look up, and then exhale, pivot yourself forward into a low lunge and press both hands into the floor. Inhale, floating up to a standing split, and then exhale, draw the chest towards your left leg. Inhale, both palms are down as if you could carry your weight on your hands. Yes, good. Exhale, if you can, pull your fingers in line with toes. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Now inhale, feel those right toes. Exhale, 2. Reach through them. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. On an inhale, look up, open the chest. Exhale, step back into a low lunge. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, roll to outside of right foot with your left foot on top. Inhale, open up the whole left side, lift your left arm up. Exhale, make your legs very strong. Then inhale, pull the navel to the front of the spine. And exhale, sending your sacrum towards your heels. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Coming back to a plank. Inhale here. And then exhale, going to the other side. Inhale, right arm lifts up. And then exhale, super extend through your legs. Inhale, navel to front of spine. And then exhale, sacrum towards your heels. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. And exhale, 3. Come back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, placing your knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Inhale to Bhujangasana Cobra. And then exhale through bent knees, go back to downward facing dog and stay here 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Bending your knees. Inhale, step or jump forward, look up. And exhale, folding over straight legs. Now inhale, look up, open your feet hip width apart and parallel. And then exhale, bend your knees and grab a hold of your big toes. Inhale, straighten your legs, your arms, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, bend the elbows and draw the chest towards your legs. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Inhale, pull the navel in, straighten the arms and lengthen the spine. And then exhale, bend the knees and place the palms under the soles of your feet. Inhale, straighten legs and arms. And then exhale, drawing the chest towards your legs. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Good. On an inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, place your hands on your waist. Inhale, lift up to stand, opening the chest to the sky. And then exhale, step or jump your feet together to Tadasana. Okay, very good. So, are you warm? Kind of? Little bit? Very? So hot. Okay, very good. So we're going to start by doing some partner work. Okay, so there's 3 people here. Maybe the 3 of you can go together. We'll have one group of 3, this group of 2, and the 2 of you together. Okay? So, can I demonstrate with you, Echo, for a second? Okay. So please come around Echo's mat so we can see what's happening here. So can you come into a plank pose? Yes? So Echo's going to come into a plank pose. So again, what you want to do, these are preparatory exercises for your handstands, okay? So these fingers are very spread out, right? And this one is at 45 degrees. It's not at 90 degrees because otherwise it would shorten the forearm muscle, right? Now she has a little bit of a tendency to hyperextend. So can you kind of micro bend your elbow a little bit? Yes, okay. Then you want to have this feeling of pulling the earth towards you through your fingertips, okay? Now she's nicely lifting out of her shoulders. She's quite straight here, right? And now I'm going to lift her left leg up to the level of her pelvis. Now lift your right leg up to the left leg. And you're going to just be here for 5 breaths. Inhale, squeeze your legs together. Exhale, 1. Inhale, squeeze your legs together. Exhale, 2. Inner thighs working. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, pull the navel in. Exhale, 4. Yes. Inhale, lift the weight out of your shoulders. Yes. Exhale, 5. Good. And then we would switch legs. Okay? So you did already one side. You will only have to do one side. Okay? Good. All right. This is it. It is challenging, but it teaches you how to use your core and how to use your legs, because that's often a misunderstanding. When you're going upside down, most people lose the awareness of their legs, and then the legs become heavy and everything falls into the shoulders and the hands and the wrists, right? So here you have to use this, you have to use that, okay? All right, I'm going to talk you through it, so we're going to all do it at the same time. Okay, so decide who's going to go first. You're going to go into a plank position, right? And again, spread your fingers out. Have your thumb and index finger at 45 degrees. Press that web between index finger and thumb down. Stephanie, you're too far forward with your shoulders. Back up a little bit. Yes? Okay. Now, lift the other partner, lift their left leg up to the level of their pelvis. And then inhale, partner, lift your right leg to the left leg. And then exhale, you need to squeeze your inner thighs together, yeah? Inhale. Exhale, 1. Don't push them forward, yeah? Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, come down and switch legs, right? So you come back into a plank, right away switch legs. You got to do 5 on the other side, okay? So pick up your right leg. Now inhale, lift the left leg up to the right leg. Wow. Yes, Roma, lift your leg up. Lift your leg up, not going backwards. Just lift the leg up. Yeah, you need to stay very strong in here, right? So to keep your arm bones on top of one another. Now, exhale 1, inhale, yes, exhale 2, there you go, inhale, exhale 3, inhale, exhale 4, inhale, and exhale 5. Okay, come down, rest in child's pose. Partner, just give the person in child's pose a little neck massage, yeah, shoulder massage. Just allow them to relax for a moment. Mary, you need to lift your head up. Remember, lift your head up, yes. Exhale 1, inhale. Exhale 2, keep lifting your head, inhale, yes. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale, strong navel, and exhale 5, good. All right, good. Switch partners. Switch partners, yeah? So you can go to the mat of the other person. Come to a plank. Come to a plank, hold their ankle. Now on an inhale, lift your bottom leg to the top leg. Exhale 1, good Sally, yes, inhale. Exhale 2, squeeze your legs, inhale. Exhale 3, inner thighs, inhale, shoulders should not be in front of your wrist. So toe, exhale 3, inhale, exhale 4, inhale, exhale 5, come down and switch legs right away. Okay, lift the other leg up, good. Inhale, lift up. Be mindful that you're not pushing your partner forward or backwards. Exhale 1, inhale, exhale 2, inhale, exhale 3, inhale, exhale 4, good. Inhale, and exhale 5. Come down, come into a child's pose and give your partner a nice little neck massage, neck shoulder massage. Yeah, that's another way of practicing it. So Roma, you need to just send the energy into your feet. Yeah. And we'll do more at the wall later. Yeah, Mary and Roma, you're both so tall. You have a lot of length to manage when you're going upside down, right? Yeah, so again, keep your head lifted. Keep your head lifted. Okay, we're gonna do in a little while. We're gonna do a handstand at the wall like this, but just for now, leave it. We're gonna do one more exercise like this. Yes. Can I have you, Stephanie? Can you do this? Very similar, but a little bit more. Shh. Roma and Echo. Yes, we're gonna move on. So, did you get to do it twice? Or, huh? But you got to do it once? Yes, okay. So you come to a plank. Yeah? Okay, good. Now I'm going to pick her up, both feet. So come around here so you can see, so you can watch from the side. I'm going to take the feet into just my lower belly, lower abdomen here. And now you need to pike. So lift your pelvis up, and I'm going to walk her forward. No, don't walk your hands forward. I'm going to try to see that I'm not pushing her over, but that the pelvis is just above the shoulders. Then we're going to go back to plank. I'm going to do this 3 times. Go back up. And then down. And then back up. So I have to be really careful that I'm not pushing her over, right? Rather not go all the way, but than to knock her the other side. And then you can rest in child's pose. Okay, good. You rest for a moment. Let's have 2, 2, 2. Yeah? So changing partners a little bit, and you get to rest. Okay. It's nice, no? You need to really pull in here. Well, you just have to watch what you're doing. You know, you have to watch. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, so you take the feet, you really have to bend your knees, and then up, 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 up. Yeah, that's good. And now go back to a plank. Lift your head. Lift your head up. Lift your head up when you come down to plank, Mary. Yeah. Good. Good, and then do it one more time. Okay, rest in child's pose.
Okay, I'm gonna go forward.
Amazing. There. Yeah, go back again. Good. How's your wrist, okay? Lift up, lift up. And one more. All right. Good.
Wow.
So you can feel how that prepares you for the press up handstand. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
It's very specific. Like if my hands are too far forward, I feel like I'm gonna fall down. I'm fine. It's just a couple of inches, and it makes such a big difference.
Well, it makes a difference because your skeleton is perpendicular to the floor, right? So your arm bones they're a structure that are holding you up. But the minute you're like this, you're like a Tower of Pisa. So you have much less stability. Yeah. Okay. So everyone come around here. Everyone come around here for a second. Everyone come around here, okay? So one of the things that is important in any arm balances is that you remember that your arm bones are your structure, like it's what's holding you up, right? And the skeleton is what is, the bones is what is strongest in holding a person up, right? So if you are back here, you know, you have like a little Tower of Pisa, right? That's not as stable. But if you have the bones like this, perpendicular to each other, right? Like in a plank, you're going to have that stability. The other thing is also that if the bones are well aligned, the bones are doing their work and the muscles are doing their work. But if the bones are not well aligned, what ends up happening is that the muscles have to do the work of the bones and they harden, right? So that's why it's really important to have bone on the bone here. Then the other thing is that you have this angle at your wrist, right? So if some of us, you know, particularly if we have a lot of tension in the upper back, have a tendency to fall forward. And you can see how the angle here gets reduced. And that creates pain in the wrist, right? So you don't want to overshoot the wrist by going here, because it's going to be putting a lot of strain in the wrist. All right? Okay, we're going to go to the next step. So we're going to do a three-legged downward facing dog with the partner watching. So what happens a lot here, okay, you're going to come closer with your feet. Again, your hands are shoulder width apart. You lift your heels up. And you see how when I lift my heels up, my pelvis is moving closer towards the shoulders. So I'm already getting closer to the balance point. Then I'm going to lift one leg up. Now, what happens a lot of times here is that people collapse the bottom leg. Then the pelvis is again really far away from the shoulders. And what also happens is this up here, that we lose the energy in this leg, or that we open the hip because we want to go as high as possible. So, but what is very important here is that your hip stays square. The ribs are pulled in, the navel is pulled in, and then you can start taking small hops here, right? But you see how I'm not bending my top leg and I'm not opening my hip every time I jump. The other important thing is that you don't do an arch back like this kind of thing, right? These are the three things you want to look for in your partner. That when they're hopping, the hip doesn't open, that the top leg keeps reaching, and that they're not slamming into their lower back every time they jump. And you can take very slow, little jumps. You don't have to go very high. Depends on your experience with this or your level with this, okay? So go back with your partners. You can take the original partners, like the three of you together and two of you, yeah? Look between your hands, Mary. Look at the point between your hands. Yeah. Okay, see how she's collapsing into her hip every time when she lands? Okay, so lift your heels up. Get your pelvis way up there. Yeah. Make sure your shoulders don't go in front of your wrists. Yeah, now lift one leg up. Okay, now feel length at the inner right knee and point that foot. Feel those toes. Do you feel how you're collapsing in here?
Yes.
Okay, so you need to lift here. Yeah, without opening the hip, but lift. Do you have even weight on both hands? That's fine. Just, yeah, that's a good start. But you just got to make sure that your hips stay square. And I had the feeling that maybe there wasn't quite even weight on both hands, which made you go like that. And try it on both sides, right? Try to use both. Yeah, this is it. So now really feel those toes. Yeah, feel the length in here. Yes. Okay. That's a good start, though. Yeah. Yes, Tao, that's good. I prefer to do it with a pointed foot because I feel like I have more feeling of reach, but it's not impossible to do it with a flexed foot.
Yeah, I feel flexed foot is harder for this. All right, this side is like doable. Okay.
We always have one better side than the other, right? But that's why we're trying to work on both sides. Good, Sally. Okay. Good, Roma. Yeah, you see, Mary, how she's getting her pelvis quite far over her shoulders. That's what's missing still with you. You're not getting very much height yet. But it's okay. It's okay. You just start there, you know. Make sure you're not opening your hips, Stephanie. Good. I got you. I got you. I got you. All right. Now you're twisting a little bit like this. Yeah, good. Yeah? You get a sense of that, like not arching, having your hips square. That's why the partner is good, because sometimes you don't see yourself doing it, right? And you can't feel it. But this is good. Yeah, it's good. You go that way. Yeah, that's why you need to yeah, and especially you need to keep the navel engaged. And then when you're lifting up your legs, you need to go up and not back. Yeah. The more you can work with your mula bandha and your core, the easier it will become to be straight. Yeah. Try it, Roma. Okay, now try not to bend your top knee. Good. All right. Squeeze your legs together. Squeeze your legs, roll your thighs in. Mm-hmm. Good. All right. Much better. Huh?
What does it mean to roll your thighs in?
To roll your thighs in is to take a block. Everyone take a block. Okay. Place your block like this between your legs. Really high up at the crotch, right? Now squeeze that block with your inner thighs and feel that you could push the block out to the back. That's rolling your thighs in. Do you feel how the buttocks begin to open? Right? So you don't want to be like this in an inversion, or like this. Yeah, there's some men who have really strong shoulders and chests and small hips. They can kind of hang out up there with their legs in all kind of directions, but in general, it's really Tadasana up there, right? Okay. All right, forearm stand. Just a little drill, okay? So in forearm stand, take a block and a belt for a second and bring it to your mat. I'm going to take one too. Who needs a belt? You? Yeah? Anyone else? Anyone else need a belt? Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to do it on the wood floor here, right? So the belt is, the block and the belt will help to keep the arms in place in forearm stand. Because in forearm stand, oftentimes what happens is this, right? The elbows slide out. And what you need, again, in order to keep that pillar of strength, you need your upper arm to be perpendicular to the floor and the elbow to stay underneath the shoulders. Because once you're out here, you don't have the stability, right? So make a loop in your belt. Yeah, make sure that you're not twisting your belt, that you have a smooth thing. And then you have your belt so that you can place it just above your elbows. Sally's got it already. You're waiting. You're already waiting, okay. So you place your belt just above your elbows and in such a way that you can just barely hug your ribs, right? Like this. Good. Then take your block, come to kneel down, and just place your hands around the block in such a way that there's a little space between the thumb and the index finger. Again, you don't want to be at a complete 90 degree. You want to slide the thumb down a little bit. You can even bend the thumb a little bit so you have that space in between and you have some give in your hand. All right? Now, you should have your belt tight enough that the elbows don't go out to the side. And just notice this first. Have your upper arms exactly above your elbows, right? And now you can lift up into a downward facing dog here. Walk the feet in, get your hips very high, and just stay here for 10 breaths. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, lift your head up, Mary. Exhale 2. You're looking between your hands here. Inhale, Mary, you look between your hands. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, like this. Yeah, exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Are you breathing? Inhale, legs super engaged. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. And exhale 10. Place your knees to the floor and then come to rest in child's pose for a moment. Okay. So this is a very good preparation exercise for forearm stand, particularly if you're doing it maybe in the center of the room and you're not quite ready to lift up, or maybe you cannot lift up yet even at the wall, just to do this and to work on duration. Like 10 breaths is a long time, right? It will be very good for you because it strengthens your triceps and it also shows you how much you need to use your legs and your core. If your legs are really engaged, you're going to have much easier time staying there. Now I'm going to just show you a little trick to keep your elbows in place, even without the belt, right? So you can feel here, I think it's the ulna, right? That bone here, how you can roll it, right? If you put a hand there. Yeah, don't roll the hand, but roll the bone over the hand. All right, like this. All right, so this is what I'm going to do on the floor. So just come close, stand up and come close for a second. So I'm going to place And I think about this line from the tip of the shoulder to the center of the elbow to the thumb, the middle finger. And this trying to roll down. I'm going to place the elbow a little closer in. And then I just roll over the ulna here. And it keeps the elbow in place. You have to really press down. Yes, that's it. You have to really press down into the ground, and then you just roll over. Doesn't feel so comfortable on the wood floor. It's better. it's better on the mat, right? Because the mat is softer. So it's not a sliding, right? It's a pressing. It's a pressing and then a rolling. You feel that? Yes. Yeah, you can hear it. It's like bones. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you feel that? Okay. So you can try it, especially, I find that for me, doing the forearm stand with the block, especially freestanding, because my arms are pretty short, I always feel like I have the nose in the block. So if you can get yourself used to doing this, and so that the elbows don't slide out to the side, is another possibility. Otherwise, you use the block and the belt, or you use just the belt, or you use just the block, okay? So now, I want to just show you a little trick with that one, with the forearm stand too. One of the misconceptions about forearm stand also is this idea that you need to like jump and kick into it. But if you can get yourself really high up with your pelvis and have this leg up here, it's almost like you're just lifting, I'm not that warm today, but like you're just lifting your bottom leg up to it. So you're not kicking wildly and falling over to the other side. You're thinking up, all right? So Aaron, do you want to demonstrate once? You okay? I'm just going to help you get up there. So as a partner, it's a partner exercise we're going to do again. So always make sure that your blocks are a little bit away from the mat so that if you're falling, you're not going to crash onto the blocks. So she places her hands, comes into downward facing dog, right? Now, you see how the shoulders are rolling forward? Keep the shoulders back. So if the shoulders are rolling forward and you can't help that from happening, you need to walk the feet back. But this is good now. Yeah, this is good. So pelvis is here, shoulders are here. Lift one leg up. Okay, so I'm going to come on this side. You see how she's opening the hip? Roll the hip down. Feel length here. So I'm going to hold her ankle, and I'm going to come into a nice lunge here. And I'm going to support her. And now, can you lift your bottom leg up to the top leg? Good. And then I'm bringing both together just for a moment. Right? So she would not have been yet able to balance there, but it's just to get that feeling that you're actually engaging the core and lifting the bottom leg to the top leg, and you're thinking up rather than kicking and falling over. All right, so do that with a partner. You start to think about it like that. You know, a lot of it has to do with how you visualize the asana before you go into it, right? Instead of just throwing everybody part everywhere, you have more consciousness on how to approach it, and you visualize yourself doing it that way. Yeah. Okay. Yes, just what I did. So you hold the ankle of the lifted leg, you come into a nice strong stance, almost like a warrior one, and then you move them up, and then maybe they can lift the bottom leg up to the top leg, and you go to the side to stabilize. Yeah, but you're not doing what I just did. You're grabbing her almost by the knee. So, Sally, watch. You want to be here.
Oh, I should only be for her ankle. Oh.
Yes, at the ankle here. And now we're pushing, and she's lifting her. Yeah, good. That's good, Aaron. Let Sally do it once. So
should I do it?
Yeah, and then move to the side so that you can stabilize the asana. Did that work? Yeah, you're supposed to hold the ankle, yes. Roma, lift your head. Yeah, look between your hands. Fingers active. Yeah. Roll down your hip, yes. Now hold her ankle. Come into like a warrior one type of stance here. Yes, like this. Come.
Okay.
And then you're going to walk forward with her. Yeah, so start pushing the leg forward and now walk forward. Echo, walk forward, walk forward. You need to get her into a place where she's in a balance. So you need to be over here.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Because see, if you have her body like that, that's really uncomfortable for her. Because you see the gravity is pulling down when the body is at an angle. But if you're working towards perpendicular body, then again the bones are going to hold it.
Then coming here, hold that.
Yes, exactly. So Erin too, walk to her side and try to get her to her balance point here. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of tension in here for you, right? So that makes it hard for you to get up there. Yeah. Yes. But see, it's exactly what we just talked about before with the arms. If your body is like this, in forearm stand, in headstand, you stand no chance. You're going to fall down. And even you as this person supporting have so much weight in your hand. But then when you get them, all the bones are aligned, it becomes light. Yes, of course, that too. Yeah. Mula Bandha, yeah. Yeah, so now you need to walk over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, try not to collapse into your head. You see she's already on her head, so let her down. Let her down. Yeah. Because see,
That was me.
Yeah, and you also, like Sally, you have some tension in here. So it makes it difficult for you to lift your whole body up above your shoulders. So that's why your shoulders are falling forward, right? So you need to do a lot of chest opening, like laying on blocks, like trying to open this whole area. Most of us who have a desk job and are working a lot with iPhones, start to get this. Okay. Perfect. So how many are we? We're 7. 7. Yeah. We can either go to the wall or do the 3. Let's do the 3 sums. So have 3 groups of 3. 2 groups of 3 plus 1 person, that makes 4. Yes? Okay. So let me show you what we're going to do. Let's work with the 2 of you here, and everyone else come around. So we're going to do a handstand and forearm stand using our partners as props, right? I mean, you can also do it at the wall, but we're going to, since we are people here, we can do that. So you come over here, yes? And you're going to stand on the side of the mat with your feet nicely spread out. So you're grounded, right? If your knees are bent and your legs are spread out, you have a lot more stability. So if Suto, right? Sauti, I'm sorry. If you come up with a lot of momentum and I'm like this, I can withstand it. But if I'm like this, I go boo, right? So we're going to hold opposite wrists here. Yeah, like that, okay? You come into a downward facing dog. Like placing your hands in between our feet, right? So like just about in the middle. Now back up a little bit still, okay? Good. Now coming to a downward dog, now you need to be careful. I have glasses, you have glasses. You don't want her legs to slam into our face, right? For everybody, that's important. Their jaws and noses and all of this. So you walk your feet forward. Get your hips high, lift your heels up, and now lift one leg up. So that's going to be Stephanie's leg. That's on her side. So if she needs help coming up, Stephanie's going to grab her thigh, but I'm going to first help her roll the thigh in. You see? You see, Roma, what happened now? Okay, good. Now you start hopping, and Stephanie's going to grab your right thigh if you need help coming up. Yes, and then I'm grabbing the other. No, don't worry. We've got you. So squeeze your legs together. Inner thighs squeeze together. And then we hold opposite wrists here, and we try to balance her in between. No, we got her. You're going to have to manage that just between the two of you. So for you, for the person who is up, you know, like that's what was happening. She was starting to freak out. So a lot of times when we freak out, we just do blah with the legs. So I was trying to prevent her from doing that because otherwise, again, you know. But you were falling on one side. I don't know what was going on. Do you usually have an imbalance on that side, or?
I think so.
Yeah, you do? Okay.
I tried to go on this side, I think.
Yeah, you don't need, what we're going to try to do is to get your legs really up, right? And you need to really work on squeezing your thighs together, okay? Good. So we're going to do that in our groups, all right? So go to whoever's going to try to do it to their mat and have two people around. Yeah? Are the three of you together? Okay, perfect. That's your leg, yes, exactly. Yeah, so make sure your face is not in the trajectory of the leg, okay? Mm-hmm. Don't grab the knee. Only the thigh. Yes, okay, yes. Now lift up, Stephanie. Yes, good. Squeeze your legs together, Stephanie. Okay, can you feel your feet? Feet together. Big toes touch, inner heels touch. Mm. So your right foot is further forward than the left. Yes, rest in child's pose for a second. So once you come down, rest in child's pose. That's very good, Roma. Beautiful. Wow, okay. You see how active her toes are? Very good. See, a few months ago, because Roma's been practicing with me online, I would never see this kind of toes, right? Like, because you couldn't feel the length of your legs as energized. And I think for you it's a similar issue because you're also very long, right? And when you're turning it upside down, when you're looking at the gymnasts, you know, in the Olympic competitions, they're usually actually quite petite because all these flips and things, it's easier to do that with a shorter body. So, but it's not impossible. Okay, you need to go, you're too far forward, Sally. Come back, come back. Yeah, you're way too far. So put in the center here, yes. Yes, good. All right, squeeze your legs together, Sally. Squeeze them. Yes. All right, now hold their pelvis when they're coming down, not the leg, because they need the leg to land. So hold them at the hip bone, because here they can hinge and bend the knees to come down. Yeah, I should have explained that before. So here. Yeah, and you need to keep your elbows straight, because the minute you bend your elbows, everything collapses, you know? And when you're trying to help the person down, I know it happened really quickly, but try to hold their hip bones, because then when they can hinge at the hip and land on their legs. Because if you're holding their legs, they're going to land on their face, you know? Yeah, yeah. Squeeze your legs, Sauti. Yeah, I can see that she has a tendency to go that way. Mm. Uh-huh. Let me just see you stand for a second. Just stand facing that way. I just want to see how you're standing. Let me move your hair a little bit. Okay. I think she looks straight, no, from here? Because she was, no, because I was just trying to understand why you were falling into this side.
So like bending this way, right?
Yeah, you did the same thing that you did with us before, which is that you were bending this way. And sometimes,
Yeah, I think I have a picture of myself. I practiced using blocks before, so like stacking blocks under my shoulder against the wall.
yes,
I was also tilting
to the left side. You don't have any scoliosis or anything like that that you know of, no. That's why I was wanting to see how you're standing, because usually how a person stands will become even more emphasized on this side. Or maybe you have a little bit less strength in your left side. Yeah, could be, because you're like when you're looking at her, right? She's standing quite straight, actually. How about lifting your arms? Lift your arms up once, like really up. And now flex your hands back. Push down, push into my hands. Yeah, I can see that now. So this is shorter, right? So push your left hand up more. Is this better, Stephanie? I think so, right? Are you right-handed?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe
Lack of strength here.
could be.
You know, like when you tell us in plank.
Yeah. It's the same principle here. It's the same principle, yeah. But I think it's just that maybe your left side is a little bit less strong. And so when you're up there, you're kind of doing this, and that makes your whole body go that way. Yeah.
I have to intentionally practice my left side.
Yes. And look at what happens to you in plank, in the handstand and all of that. Yeah. Do you feel it or not? Not much. No.
Not too much.
Yeah.
But I think, yes. But because I took a picture before, I sort of subconsciously knew it already.
You saw it, yeah.
I saw it. So
Okay.
that's you visualize yourself.
Yeah.
So intentionally made this a little bit.
Yeah. Good. Has everyone done it here?
Yeah, but not the other side. You want to try the other side? Sure.
Okay, hold wrists. Your hands are not strong enough, so the wrist is stronger. And be careful of your face. Make sure your face is out of the way. So that's interesting. You're doing the same thing as Sauti is doing. You're going into your left side. So this is happening. This is happening when you're standing up there. You're going into your left side.
So it's like my body is like a different strength and like this.
Yes, I don't know where it comes from, but let me, because you're standing. If I see you standing, you're very straight.
Longer.
Huh? One leg a little longer?
This one is longer.
Is a little longer. That would explain it.
Yeah. So and if you see, this muscle is more strong.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So this leg is like my main leg.
This is interesting because you also, I mean, we all have these asymmetries. This is very normal, you know. But your left side, your left leg was doing something like that coming up.
My left leg is more flexible.
Uh-huh.
They go around everywhere. Like split, and my left leg is coming up all the way, go to like more than 180 degrees. Go this way. Handstand. Okay. Sorry, you got it?
This is better, but it's still a little bit. So really think about pushing that leg up, the left leg. Flex your feet for a second and push the left leg up and try to get your big toes to touch each other. And then here, yeah. Can you can feel it in here too, right? When I do this? Yeah. All right. And you're twisting a little bit. Come down.
Yeah. And I always have this leg coming up, go to every direction with this leg.
Yes, I could see that. When you're starting, you are doing a little bit of this in your arm, on your left arm, and that already these muscles kind of shorten. So I think that's what then when you're upside down makes you a little bit crooked. It's not very strong, but just to start working with that.
Okay, so maybe I can try to pick up like in this way, so that this hand could be hold more strength.
Yeah, try it once. Roma, can you stand here for a second? Or yes, she's going to do the other side now.
We're not ready yet.
Yeah, she's going to do. Watch your face. Lift your. Yeah. Yeah. See that you have the coordination on your right side is a lot better. But now you are not collapsing into the left. You're just twisting a little bit here. There. You went back. All right. So you see how she's turning out her feet, Charlie Chaplin feet? You got to do this. You're like this up there. So this. Yeah. But the coming up on this side was a lot better. There was nothing happening in here that was shortening or... We all have these things, you know. It's like one side is stronger than the other. Big toes together, Sally. Look how good her handstand is. I want to just see her from the side. Okay, watch her from the side. Now, you can see how she's not collapsing into her lower back, right? That's really important. So she's lifting her sacrum towards the heels. Right now, put your buttocks against the wall for a second, Sally, and just lose a little bit of tone in your legs. You see how immediately this is beginning to arch, the ribs are starting to stick out. That's what you don't want.
Like I feel like I feel like Stephanie is a little bit too also to this side. Was I?
Oh, it was Stephanie.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I thought it was Sally. It was her.
Yeah, you can try it.
Yeah, I didn't see that before, but I just noticed that she was very straight and like not collapsing into her lower back, which is important here. But you see how she's opening the hip to lift. Don't open your hip. Close your hip. No, your hip is open. All right. So now get your big toes to touch. Get your big toes to touch. Yeah, you're right. Yes. A little bit to the left side. Are you right-handed, Stephanie? Okay, you can come down. It's more like her elbow, the way her elbows are built, right? Can you come into a down dog for a second? Yeah, just like that. Yeah. You see her elbows are slightly like this. Yeah. Now she's hyperextending, so Yeah, well, that's really hyperextending. Not here, yeah. That's, I mean, you have an extreme hyperextension when you go to do it again, the hyperextension. Yes. So for her, it's actually important that she bends her elbows a little bit, because you don't want to come up like this into I can't even do it, because, you know, uh, to lift up. Yeah, elbow joints are different in different people, you know. Let me see yours. Hyperextend. If you're pushing, if you're really straightening and pushing into here, yeah, it's hard for you. Yeah, it's interesting, because a lot of times, you know, because I work with people in Cambodia who are very hypermobile. A lot of times people who are of Asian descent have very, very extreme hyperextension. Very, yeah, but you don't. You know, there's always difference in different people. But how about you, Echo? Also not so much, right? No, you have built a lot of muscle around your joint anyway.
Go to this way, so it will turn this side to out. But right now, I was intentionally turn the eyes to the outside, so this is in a little bit.
I didn't understand. I'm sorry.
If you try really hard, you hyperextend.
But you see, it's nothing like compared to what you're doing.
Oh, yeah. It's more interesting. Oh, it's not like I tried to get it this way.
No, but huh?
I thought it was like related to your exercising history, maybe like some workout make you.
No. No, I mean, unless you're practicing contortionism, you know, have you seen Cirque du Soleil? Sometimes the young women who are in circus, you know, they're contortionists, right? So they're already hyper flexible like that, sometimes double jointed, and then they make these incredible shapes, but it's also not very healthy. I mean, they don't have a lot of longevity doing this, you know. But it is like, for example, in Cambodia, you know, almost everyone that I work with is hypermobile. So you need to kind of like almost work opposite, because when they just collapse into their joints, after a while they get hurt, they get injured. All right. Okay, so to end, let's do, it's already almost 6, but let's do the forearm stand in that group of 3 also, and group of 4. You can use the block or the belt if you like, or so those of you who have found that you have an asymmetry in your stance, just on that particular leg where you're collapsing, push it extra up. Yeah. And you, Echo, try to come up with the other leg. I think it'll be better for you. Yes, good. Beautiful. Squeeze your legs together, Roma. Hold on to your navel. Send your sacrum to your heels. Very good. Stephanie, see if you can flex your feet, which you already did, but see if you can lift from here and lift the sacrum towards your heels. See, there. So you're more straight. Tell us if you need to come down. Okay, good. Again, don't forget to hold her hip bones when she comes down. You're very arched.
Isn't that a good thing?
No, you want to try to be as straight as possible, because remember, the whole idea of the skeleton is doing the alignment. And the muscles have to work way too hard. The more you're arched, the more your muscles have to work hard, you know. unless you're really in a good counterbalance. But the thing also is that you don't want the weight of your legs to crash into your lower back, because after a while you're going to have lower back pain. So you need to think navel in. If you can feel Mula Bandha upside down, use your Mula Bandha and send your sacrum towards your heels, and even like squeeze the glutes a little bit.
Sorry, I can't see you now. I have my glasses on. But like,
Yeah.
if I can feel it, like if I really push my forearms into the
Of course.
you know, that like fixes it, but it's just hard. So it's
Well, it
like,
is.
Yeah, it's like it takes a lot of energy to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the muscles in your hands and forearms over time start articulating, right? Because a lot of times, I mean, if you teach, you see people who have no articulation in their hands at all. The hands are very weak. So it's very difficult to do this. But this is what you need. It's like when you're stand in Tadasana for a second, Sally, right? So if you put, for example, 2 blocks underneath your feet, let's have 1 block here. Yes, stand on the blocks. Here on an even plane, stand on the blocks, right? Put your hands a lot here, like as if you were going to go into a headstand. Hold on to your navel, right? And if I hang off of here, like, but don't drop your neck. If I hang off of here, how much you have to push your feet into the ground, right, in order to press up. You see, so it's the same idea. You have the force of gravity and you have the force that goes up, which we call the force of levitation or celestial force or whatever. They have to come to an even place, right? So the more you press down, the easier it will be to lift. The more you press your feet up and you engage your legs, the more you're going to feel that pressure down. It's like a thermometer. You go from -10 to -20, then you also have +20, right? Yeah.
Theoretically, but turning it into, I feel you definitely.
It feels like you want to try.
Yeah. That was good, Echo. How did that feel? You're able to balance on your own, no? Or no?
I can try. I can do it like away from the wall, but then like a couple of seconds. But I haven't. Okay. I was very used to kick up, use like this leg up and then use this leg to kick up. So it's like already gene in my mind. Like I cannot kick up with this leg. So it's like hard for me to balance on this body, this side.
Because you're not used. You're changing your habit. Is that what you're doing?
No.
No.
So when I bring my elbow down, my this leg is already going up immediately.
Goes up.
Yeah, it just goes up this leg. I don't know why. Oh, this side.
Okay, do it.
Let me have this side. So weird.
Yes. Yes, Aaron. You see how she's twisting and going that way? Push up into my hands. Push up into my hands. More. Don't arch your lower back. Push into my hands and send the sacrum to the heels. There. Almost. It's still here in here. You need more.
Like going to which direction?
This way. You're twisting this way.
So like this.
Yes. You're twisting like this.
Wow,
Huh?
this side is shortening for her?
Yeah, she's twisting towards the left, actually. Wait a minute. She's doing this. The left side is going forward. Yeah, the left side is going forward.
Left side going forward. So it's like
Yeah.
crutching. This is your crutch.
Well, all asymmetries show up in inversions more, you know? You see how she's also collapsing into her left side? Everyone's got the left side going on, the left side. So try to lift here. I think it's actually coming from here. Yeah, you're more developed on the right side. So
Also, like this side is a little bit collapsing.
it's the same side. Are you right-handed also? Yeah.
So it's because our left hand or left elbow is a little bit weak, so that this cannot push so hard to the earth.
Well, when you're whichever side that you're more using for writing and all of that tends to be stronger than the other one, right? So it reflects in other parts of the spine and all of that too. But it's not a lot. With you too, it's not a lot. It's not like, oh my God, this is so asymmetrical. It's not a lot. But if you can just think about pressing into your left side more and also pressing the left foot up more, that will help. Yeah. And you know, some asymmetries, when they're anatomical, like if you have a leg that's shorter than another, you can't really change that, right? Because that's your bone structure. All right? Okay, we're after 6, so let's begin to close up. So you can just sit on your mat and we'll just chant 3 Oms together to close. Okay, namaste. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you for with your contribution that you're supporting community classes with Azahar in Cambodia and Rwanda. Both countries were quite strongly affected economically with the pandemic, with COVID. So there's, particularly in Cambodia, people have no money to come to yoga class. So the people who are paying for yoga classes are the expats, and we're giving community classes with the not-for-profit contributions. So that's, you did something good. You reached out to someone else through your inversions workshop today. All right. Have a great rest of your evening. I will probably, I'm not exactly sure when I'll be back, but probably fairly for sure end of May and the whole month of June. And I may be for a short time in between, but that's sort of my projection right now. Okay, because I'm leaving for Switzerland on Thursday. But you're always welcome to come and take my internet classes if you're interested. My Zoom classes, I give feedback because I don't practice with the class. I give feedback by watching. And if anyone is interested, I have a little QR code and you can sign up to the mailing list and then you'll get the mailings. Roma takes the classes sometimes, right? On her lunch break. Thank you so much, everyone. No, I go there once a year.
Only once a year.
Yeah,